topic we are discussing today is increasing and decreasing function using differentiation. Okay, differentiation. Okay, so let's start. Before I start, I just tell you one thing. Whenever we have a, you know it very well, student, this is called a positive gradient concept. These all lines, blue lines, you can see they have positive gradient. We have done it many times. So positive gradient. Okay, and all these green lines, this format, this way, okay, this way, they always have a negative gradient. Okay, I think point is very clear. Okay, even you want to know that. For example, let's take this is a x is 2, y is 2. Okay, have a look here. For example, here x is negative 3, y positive 2, negative 3, negative 2. How? Negative 3 and negative 2 because down. So if you apply the formula, or gradient formula, these two coordinates. Where gradient formula, all of you know it. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 2. I'm using 2. Y1 is minus 2. I'm using here minus 2. And x is 2 and this is minus 3. So 2 and 2 minus 3. I get a 4, I got a 5. So you saw his positive answer. So this is a positive gradient, okay? So I believe you got my point. And if I show you another example, then you will believe me, inshallah. For example, I take this one point here. X is negative 2, y is plus 3. Example I'm giving you. Okay, take the same point here. X is positive 4, pi, y is minus 1. So 4 minus 1. So if I apply the gradient formula, so y2 is 3. I'm putting 3 here. Y1 is minus 1. I'm putting here minus 1. Okay, this is a x2 is minus 2 and this 4. So minus 2 and minus 4. So what I get is the numerator 4 and negative 6. You saw we got negative answer. So it means you believe on it that all these lines are positive gradient and all these lines are negative gradient. So if I ask you, same situation, I believe understanding, this is a curve. Okay, or I make it more idea, I make it a different idea. So this is curve is going this way. Okay, if I ask you what is the gradient at this point, what is gradient at this point, what is gradient at this point, for example, here, then here, and especially here. 3 points enough. So A, B, C, D, and E. So I believe, inshallah, you can understand same time, increasing and decreasing concepts. Okay. So fully focus, please. So if I draw a tangent at this point A, you will see that and try to concentrate, try to match. So this red color line, you can see, okay. If I draw a tangent at C, so I will get this green color line, I believe understanding. If I draw at E, I get again red color line gradient. Okay, so now if I ask you, these two red lines are parallel to this blue line, it means this has a positive gradient. Okay, it is increasing. Okay, I mentioned on the top here, whenever we have a positive gradient comes, that function is always increasing. That particular moment increasing. And if I say it is a negative gradient, students, so we can say that at that particular moment, at that particular point, that function is decreasing. So look at here carefully now. So this is a positive gradient, you can see, okay. If I take a 2 point on the line and final gradient will become positive gradient. So it means even you can see that, students, the curve is rising up. For example, hill, you're going up the hill, up. So when going up, it is called increasing. And when you're coming down the hill, this is called decreasing. And this green line is parallel to this green line, decreasing. So it means this part of the curve is increasing. Look, I make a red color. And this part is also increasing, very clear. And you can see that both have a positive gradients. Okay, students? And the opposite, if you talk about from this part to this part, from here till here. So from B till D, okay? This is called decreasing. You can ask me, sir, what about B and D? Because when you draw a tangent at B and D, that's become parallel to x-axis.
Is it
So
stationary points?
thank you very much. Perfect. Perfect. So I draw a black lines and these black lines, you are 100% correct. So stationary points. So it means very, very clear. So at this phase, we have a gradient is equals to zero. Gradient is equal to zero. And I believe all of you all of students got a clear picture. So if I sometime he can ask you the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, there's a very, very clear point. For example, I give one example here, right? Let's start. So a question is given here. For example, 2 outside, 3x to power 2 plus 1 to power 3. Okay, I have to check is this function is increasing or decreasing without sketching. Okay, how we can do it? Let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I will find derivative. 3 will come down as you know. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so just a minute, please. I'll make a small change here. Wait, hold on, hold on. I'll make a small change. Now question is okay. So if I apply differentiation, so 3 will come down. So it becomes 6 and whole power become 1 less. I get 2 and multiply the base derivative, which is it has 3, it has 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. So this is my answer. But look at here. 3 6 are 18. And finally, I get 18 times 2, 3x plus 1 to power 2. This is my derivative. Now you can see that one thing is very clear. Examiner can ask you, is it increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. Okay, what is the situation? Okay, so you will say, my question students are very simple. That whenever you have a negative 1 to power 2, it give you negative 1 into negative 1, give positive answer, positive 1. So if power is 3, it give you minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, minus minus plus, plus into minus is minus. So learn one lesson from here. What the lesson from here? Whenever even power comes on the top, even power, even. Even means what even means 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, like these multiples numbers. So answer always positive. Even you type in calculator and check negative 1 to power 102. If you type in calculator, will give you positive 1 answer, 100%. And whenever negative power is odd power there, it give you always negative. You can want to test once again. So what a simple test you can check parallel with me. Negative 1 to power 101. It will give you 100% negative 1 answer. So now you ask me, sir, why you are teaching this concept? This topic of differentiation. Hold on. My question is that is this power even or not even? Even. So 100% you can, if you plug in negative value inside, for example, I plug in x value negative 2. So if I put negative 2, it will turn to be 3 into negative 2 plus 1 and power 2. But you know, at 18, negative 6 plus 1 to power 2. 18 into negative 5 to power 2. But power 2 make this answer positive. So 18 times 2, 25 answer become positive. And positive means this function is increasing. So that is why you understood, I believe, okay, that you can understand. But how to write it? Can you check for million, trillion numbers? No. Simple check once. What is that? Power 2 is even or not? And write a sentence for any value of x. So 18 times 2, 3x plus 1 to power 2 is equals to positive value. So hence, so we can say that function is increasing function. Increasing function. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe you got my point. You can ask me, sir, when is decreasing? So have a look. We have another example. Inshallah, I believe you understand. For example, let's say I have this example, okay? 4x minus 2 to power, let's say, okay, even negative 1 goes up, negative 1. Okay, I make it 3 or make it 2. No, 3 is better. 3 goes up, minus 3, add 1. Yeah, now this is a better. Okay, let's try. So what is this function increasing or decreasing? We'll decide now. Get ready. First of all, can I differentiate directly? No, I am bound to bring it up. So I got -3. Let's start differentiating. Every time, whenever you decide decreasing, I will differentiate. So -3 comes down. Power of the whole function become 1 less -4. Okay, and then into base derivative, that is a 4. This comes 4 from here. Okay, then finally, if I check it in a working, so what I get dy over dx, and this 4 into 3, 12. I get -12. And I will bring this whole value in denominator. Whole value in denominator. You see, all right. Now listen to me again. Is this 4 power even or not even? So 100%, if you plug in any number inside a bracket, this power 4 will convert into positive answer. So this is a positive answer, but negative up. So positive into negative give you negative. So it means just write statement for, because we can't show every number to plug in. So for example, I will write always this sentence: for any value of x, so 4x minus 2 to the power 4 is always positive.
Sir,
Always.
that's not the equation.
Wait a minute. No, we put always in derivative. We never put in function. We check nature of derivative because you know it very well. We care with the gradient positive. We gradient positive, negative, then we decide. Curve will not decide. Curve will not decide.
But you
Decide this.
also didn't write -12 there.
So that is my wait and watch. I'm doing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm going to finish. Okay, as for any value of x, this is a positive answer. So, but we can say that, but so dy over dx is equals to -12 divided by positive answer. So we give us negative value because positive into negative is a negative value. So function is decreasing. So function is decreasing. I hope so. Decreasing. The decreasing function. So get ready for the practice, because without practice, we will not improve. So just I'm going to give some practice. Get ready. Yes, student, this question is good to practice what I explained before. Okay. So all of you try this question. Question I mentioned here, 46 number. First, you try this question. Okay. And then I will try this question myself. Go ahead, please try. Okay, student, you have taken a reasonable time. I'm starting now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So job number 1, I have a function given here, 2x plus minus 5 to power 3 and plus x, okay? And you can see clearly. If I differentiate, what I get, f dash of x, so I will save my time. I do directly, even no problem. So what is derivative? F dash of x, this is called derivative. So this 3 will come down, power 1 less. 3 comes down and power of the whole function becomes 2. And into base, this has become 2, this becomes 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. So into 2. And plus x derivative, and x derivative is 1. Wait a minute, this is a mixing up, so I drag down. Okay, I repeat again, once again. 3 comes down, power 1 less, power becomes 2, into base derivative 2, done. And this x derivative is plus 1. So my first derivative is done. Let me complete it. 3 to the 6. I can say 6 times to 2x minus 5 to power 2 and plus 1. Now we will just observe. I'm writing a sentence here for convincing the examiner. Although I know that this power 2, you can ask one question. What is this, sir? What does this R stand for? R stand for real number. Real number, what is real number? Real number means starting from 0, go right side 1, 2, and non-stop there, and they are -1, -2, and non-stop here. All numbers are called real numbers. All, even decimal, even root number, any number existing in our world, okay, which we can deal with an easily calculator, called real numbers. So he's asking that what is the real number situation now? You say for any value of x, for any value of x, and which is real number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, even -1, -2, -3. So you know it well. For any value of x, 2x minus 5 to power 2 is equal to positive answer. It means due to the even power, so this value will give us what? Positive number. And positive number into 6, positive number, plus 1, again positive number. So we can say that f dash of x is equal to 6 times to 2x minus 5 power 2 plus 1 equal to positive. So positive, so function is increasing function. So I hope so the point is very, very clear. Okay, student, now there's another practice question number in my worksheet 51 number and June 13. So please try this question. Again, is asking functions increasing or decreasing or neither. Okay, so what is method? You will differentiate. After differentiation, you will keep your eye starting from 1, 2, 3 onwards. For these numbers, this function is increasing or decreasing. And best way is what? Find derivative and check. So take your time and solve. Then I inshallah do myself. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Once again, I'm doing now. I hope so you taken reasonable time and done. So let's start. First of all, he said derivative. Can we differentiate directly? No, I am bound to bring it up. So f of x is equals to what? So 5 times 2, 1 minus 3x to power negative 1. Now I'm differentiating. F dash of x is a negative 1 will come down, multiply with that, so negative 5, and power of the whole become 1 less negative 2 into base derivative. 1 has a 0 and this is a minus 3. I can write directly minus 3 also, no problem. Minus 3 into minus 5 become plus 15, and plus 15 and this power negative 2 bring in denominator. It will become positive. You have to convert always in positive power. So differentiation is over. Now you say one thing again. Look, this domain is called domain, okay? Domain is always called x values. Let me tell you. Domain stand for what is the x values, okay, given by him. So sometimes he mention x belongs to real number. It means all x value you can plug in. But now you say no, starting from 1, 2, 3 onward, you can plug in all numbers. Okay, oh, you know it very well, common sense. I said even before, that whenever even a negative come number, but the top power is even, so this will give you positive answer. Just write statement here: for any value of x, 1 minus 3x to power 2 will give you positive answer. Even you can test even. For example, if I plug in 2 inside here, just a test, just a test. 1 minus 3 into 2 and power 2 on the top. So 1 minus 6, power 2 on the top, minus 5 power 2 on the top, we give you plus 25. Because the power 2 is making every value negative into positive answer. So that is the major reason. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So you can say that if this is a positive, then above is already positive. So you can write here f of f dash of x, if positive divided by positive will give you positive answer. So function f of x is increasing. So I believe the point is very, very clear. And let's go for next question. So this is a question here we have. So first part is asking to do a completing square from here to here. So this is your job, 3 marks, okay? You ask why this completing square there, because some connection is there. When you will do differentiation, it will become f dash of x. 3 will come down 1 less, becomes 3x to power 2. What about this? Minus 6x. What about this? Plus 7. Okay, students. Now these two values are matching with that. You can see from here. But 2 is not matching with that. I'm just giving a hint. So 3x to power 2 minus 6x, I will break the 7 two parts. 2 and 5. So some logic behind. These 3 values, because matching with the top value matching. So this completing square answer, you will plug in it here. Okay, whatever you get from there. And then you decide is the function increasing or decreasing or neither. Okay, so first of all, you try this question, then I will do this question myself. So take your time and use the first part, completing square answer in the part 2, and then you decide is increasing or decreasing. So first you try, then I'll do this question myself. Take your time, please. Yes, start. First of all, completing square. What is method of completing square? I do I part here. You can see I part. So the question is what? 3x to power 2 minus 6x minus 2. So what is method? We always try to make x square coefficient positive 1. Repeat my words, positive 1. So I have taken 3 common out, not from all 3 terms. You can take all 3 terms even, or just first 2 terms. Reason I need plus 1 here, which I got it now. After having this, what is the next step? I just tell you, you will copy both term as it is. And what is a half of x coefficient? Half of x coefficient become 1. So this 1 square you will add and subtract. Look, I show you. Look, I show you. So I write in blue color, plus 1 square add and 1 square subtract. Okay, after this, negative 2. So 3 times 2, these 3 terms combine. When I combine, how I combine, this x come from here, 1 come from here, minus 1, minus sign come from here. X minus 1. And this minus 1 square is still there. And now 3 multiply inside bracket. So I get what? 3 times 2x minus 1 whole square and minus 3 minus 2. And wait a minute, let me check once again. 1 minute. Let me check again. This is a plus sign. This is a plus, sorry. This is a plus. That is by some mistake I've done. Now, okay. So what is answer turned to be? This x minus 1 whole square minus 1. Completing square is totally finished. Completing square is totally finished. So this is this. Make sure 3 will multiply this bracket and 3 multiply with 1 also. Some students don't multiply 3 with 1. So make sure of this number. Okay, completing square done. So this first part is done. Now, student, I'm going to show you next part. In next part, what is technique I'm going to do here? Now, listen to me carefully. So this is function here. So all of you know function. Okay, I'm finding derivative first. What is x cube differentiation? All of you know 3x to power 2. What is minus 3x square derivative? 2 comes down, power 1 less. I get a 6x to power 1. What about 7x becomes 7 only? What about 8 becomes 0? Now, is this matching with the completing square? No, I mean, this number equation matching, no matching. This first 2 terms are matching, but third is not matching. And we'll try to match. How we can try to match? Simple technique, 3x to power 2 minus 6x, and this 7, I will break in 2 parts. So plus 2 and plus 5. Plus 1. Now is 3 terms matching? Yes, totally matching. So remove the whole thing because this completing score equal to this. So this 3 terms I will remove and copy this here. Look, I'm showing you. So 3 times 2x minus 1 to power 2 minus 1 come from here. But this 5 still exists. This 5 still exists. So I get finally 3 times 2x minus 1 to power 2 plus 4. So derivative is completely over. Now, as you know, function increasing or decreasing or neither, we always decide, and he said that x belongs to real number. Like all values of x I can plug inside. But you know this power 2. And I write a statement here. For any value of x. So this will give you positive answer. 3 times 2x minus 1 to power 2 is equal to positive answer. If this is a positive answer, add 4, again positive answer. So f dash of x is what? Is positive. So alhamdulillah, so function is increasing. I already done this full question here, but I just want to show working. Hold on. Yeah, this one. You can see this full question done here. So this is our first completing square done. And then I replace this value with this completing square. And I got this. And I wrote for any value of x, this is a positive. If this is a positive, then 4 is all including plus 4 also positive. So function is increasing. And that's it. And the concept, I hope so clear. And after this, inshallah, we'll go for another question. Yes, student, now you can try this question. Okay, this is a number 78. Try this question now. Okay, once again, I tell you one thing. This may be a different kind of question. I just give a clue. What is the clue? First of all, differentiate. Okay, differentiate. And I get what? 3x to power 2 minus 6x and minus 9. Okay, now we have in this question, I tell you, completing square will not affect. Okay, why? What is the reason behind it? Okay, he said that, find the least number. Actually, he's not asking to increase or decrease. He said it is a given that function increasing. It is a given. Given means f dash of x is 100% what? Bigger than 0. Okay, now we will plug in this value here. this plug-in value here. You remember or not remember, we try this question this way. If it is increasing, the arrows go outside. You know it very well. If it's a less than 0, it goes inside. Look, I'll show you here. This go inside. If less than 0. If bigger than 0, it goes outside. So this is a way you can search this one. You see, X is bigger. So this number, whatever number here will be the answer. So this 4-mark question. First, you try. In case of difficulty, I will do inshallah myself. Take your time. Yes, student, now I'm doing in a smooth way the solution of this question. All of you concentrate. Hold on. Okay, so concentrate, please. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So first of all, question number 78 I'm doing. So this is a function given by him. Okay, so let's start. So f dash of x is very clear. 3 comes down, power 1 less. What about this? 6x. What about this? Minus 9 and plus 0. Okay, he said that as function is increasing. He given us. So write a statement here, as function is increasing, as f of x is increasing. Okay, so naturally it means f dash of x. I can say here f dash of x is must be positive. You know, I said increasing means positive. Bigger than 0 is called positive. So I will plug in this value here. Okay, so I can write 3x to power 2 minus 6x minus 9 bigger than 0 and divide whole equation by 3. I get, it is not a compulsory. If you do it, good. Don't do it, no problem. So I have done divide by 3. I got this kind of question after dividing by 3. But I said again, I'm saying again, it's not a compulsory. Okay, dividing by 3 is not a compulsory. Now here you can apply factorization or quadratic formula. But factorization is better. 3 ones are 3, and we have a negative 3x and plus 1x. We'll give negative 2x, which is matching the number. And it means I can factorize negative 3x and plus 1x. Now here x common, I got x minus 3 and plus 1 common, x minus 3. Okay, I got x minus 3 and x plus 1. Okay, now students, I just repeat again to you what I'm saying. I'm sure going to say you one thing only, and maybe you remember or not. We have two options we have. If this diagram comes, we have two kinds of diagrams, okay? If it is bigger than 0, we always make arrows outside. Okay, wait a minute. If it is a less than 0, we always make less than 0, okay? Less than 0, like is less than 0 is here. So we can make always inside. But is a bigger than, okay, it means outside. So how to write answer? So this is, if you plug in this 0, look, if I plug in this 0, x plus 1 equal to 0, I get x equal to minus 1. If plug in this equal to 0, I get x minus 3 equal to 0, x equal to positive 3. 3 is bigger, minus 1 is smaller. So I'll write 3 here and minus 1 here. So what is, how to write this one? X value is less than minus 1. And how to read this one? X value is bigger than 3. And he was asking, if we concentrate on the question, I'm erasing these things because not required, and which are required, I'm leaving it here. So read a statement, please. X value is bigger than n. So bigger than n is naturally bigger than 3. So n is coming from here is 3. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I believe your point is very, very clear. That's it. Okay, student, to try question number 91 now, almost similar like a previous question. Okay, you will differentiate and then it is given by him is function increasing. So this question, please try yourself. Then I'm going to do this question. So I'm going to stop recording. Go ahead, please. Okay, student, I'm trying now this question. You take a reasonable time. Have a look. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I will differentiate. 3 comes down, power 1 less. 2 comes down, power 1 less. And 8 become 8. And 5 derivative is 0. Now he's given that function is increasing. So I'm writing here as function is increasing. As increasing function. So what I can write, all of you know increasing means positive gradient. Positive means bigger than 0. So I bring it here. So 8 3s are 24. 24. So 24. So 6 4 are 24. You can go for quadratic formula or factorization, both are okay. Wait a minute, this 8 by mistake, I wrote A4 by mistake. Okay, plus 4 common, I get x minus 2. I got factorization is done 3x plus 4. I got two answers from here. One is 2 and one is negative 4 over 3. Now I'll draw a bell shape. And I just discussed with you, is a function increasing? So it is a bigger than 0, as you know, bigger. So bigger, whenever bigger comes, 0 comes, then arrow will be outside. Because bigger is going up, up. So I will make it this one. So what I can say here, and this number 2 is coming here and this coming here. So 2 and negative 4 over 3. And what is said, give me x is less than a. And how to read is x is less than negative 4 over 3 and x is bigger than 2. But this I will not take it, I will take this only. So this is value of a. I hope so you got a value clear. Okay, so this part is okay. Let's go for next question. Now this 101 is also one of the very good question. He said, mention what this function is given. You can see an x is bigger than negative 2. Determine function is increasing, decreasing, or neither. Okay. So first, in this question, we should try for a completing square. Wherever power 3 comes and we have a x square, x involved. So we try our level best to go for completing square. So please try yourself first, then I will do this question myself. Okay, student, do this question myself. Have a look here. First of all, I will differentiate. It's a very clear opinion. What is method to differentiating? So it is not a hard job. You can see 3 comes down, power 1 less. Wait a minute. So 3, this is a 3x, this derivative, this is a, you can see on the top, derivative of x cube is 3x square and 2x become 4x and 4 become 4 and 7 is 0. So after having differentiation, power 2 involves, so we need a completing square because we need a power 2 to decide function increasing, decreasing, or neither. So 3 is common, as you know, from these first two terms. You can take 3 come from all three even, but you can take three two terms only. 3 is present goes out, but 3 is not present. When 3 is not present, so 3 will come in denominator. You want to check it, 3 multiply into this match, 3 multiply into 3, 3 cancel, we get 4x match. It means our process of doing is correct. After this working, these two terms copied, and what is a half of 4 by 3? You can see the half of 4 by 3 is 2 by 3, okay? Because these two cancel. So 2 by 3 square adding and subtracting. Afterwards, what is the next plan? So these three terms will combine. I show once again what I'm saying. These three terms combine. How combine? This x come from here, 2 by 3 come from here, and plus sign come from here. And power 2 on the top. And this is a minus 4 over 9. After this, what to do? 3 multiply here, 3 multiply with that. When 3 multiplies here, we get this format. And 3 multiply with this 9 cancellation process, 4 by 3. And when you type this 2 in calculator or LCM, 3 for the 12, 12 plus 4, 16 by 3. Now, very interesting part. Now, what a question is given as domain is given, x is starting from negative 2 and bigger. Negative 2 and bigger. So negative 2 and bigger means what? The y, okay. It's very interesting. X value is I'm starting negative 2 and bigger. Negative 2 and bigger. So here negative 2 and here negative 1. Here we have, wait a minute, I'll make it again. Here negative 1, here 0, and so on, so forth. Okay, but listen to me carefully. You know, whenever you have a completing square done, we can find turning point coordinates easily. So this curve actually I try to sketch. This if I plug in equal to 0, I got turning point negative 2 by 3, and there's a y value. Y value is no concern, but we can know that the curve turns at which point when x is negative 2 by 3. If you type in calculator 2 divided by 3, it is giving you 0.66. It means 0.66 coming somewhere here in the middle. Okay, negative 0.66. So it means some part it is decreasing and some part it is increasing. So here it is a decreasing, here it is increasing. So some part, it means 2 by 3, this function backwards, it is, oh, sorry, yeah, from here till here is, it is a decreasing function. And after from here till onwards forever, is increasing function. If such condition happens, so we can say that it is a neither. Okay. So now how to convince the examiner from here? So we can say that for x value negative 2 till negative 2 by 3 increasing function, sorry, decreasing function. Okay, decreasing. And from negative 2 till onwards, I mean x value is bigger than negative 2, it is increasing. Okay, so function is a mix-up, so it's so that called is neither. Okay, I hope so you got a point clear, because question was is it a function is increasing or decreasing or neither. So I think the point is very, very clear, and we have done this question as well. And let's have a look for next if we have. Yes, student, there's another question we have. You can see on the screen 112. Okay, 112 question. What is the question here? We have is saying that derivative is given by him already. No need differentiate. No need. He said for the x value is less than bigger than one, bigger than half. Sorry, it means it's starting from half and going and growing and growing. He's saying that find set of value for function is decreasing. So he said that decreasing. So it means very clear sense f dash of x is less than 0. Okay. So first you try this question. What is the technique? Plug in this value here and try to get x values, because his set of values asking for. Okay. Draw this kind of bell shape. You know it very well. Less is, this is called less. So try yourself. Otherwise, and then inshallah, I will do this question myself. Take your time, please. So let's start, students. I'm going to do this question myself. As function is decreasing, as f of x. So I'm writing here f of x is decreasing. Decreasing. So what I can say that f dash of x is less than 0, naturally. Okay, I'm going to copy this whole value here. Okay, so 3 times 2, 2x minus 1 to power half less than 6. So what I will do, 6 will go right hand side. This 3 will divide. So I got 2. So squaring both sides now. When square both sides, I get 2x minus 1, and here I got a 4. Okay, students, now 2x, I got a 5. So x is 5 over 2. So these values, whenever we have it, so we have a decreasing function according to this question. So I believe this topic is much clear to you. Inshallah, in future we'll do more practice, inshallah, like this. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.